Hey guys, today I want to review Twister from 1996, a movie I think gets put down very unfairly. When you watch it, the special effects have aged reasonably well, on par with what's in the original Jurassic Park. It's got good, fun characters, an interesting story, and just the side characters, with what little they get, they make the absolute most of it. The stories about a team of meteorologists who want to launch this invention of theirs called Dorothy into a tornado to help better map what a tornado is so they can have a better early warning system. One of them, played by Helen Hunt, lost her father to a tornado as a kid, and this is her drive. Bill Paxton is his character, it's his brainchild, and he's going to get Helen Hunt to sign divorce papers so he can marry his fiancee. Well, he gets pulled along on the chase, and we just get this great tale of them trying to launch the thing, and it's got a love story in it, but it's not overdone, and it's very well done. The parties act mature. Helen Hunt and the actress that plays Bill Paxton's fiance, like, they're decent and civil and mature towards each other. Yeah, there's some fun banter between Hunt and Paxton, but that's one of this movie's strength, is the great banter. It's got a lot of witty dialogue and fun references, and again, just so much character. Okay, let me describe one scene to you. When they go to chase the first Twister, it starts, and the character played by Philip Seymour Hoffman, he plays this great instrumental rock piece, and you hear the music. Then you get another character in the car, and he's playing classical music, and as you're going from different people in the car, you hear the classical, but you also hear the rock music in with it. And then there's two people in another car singing Oklahoma, and you hear Oklahoma singing overlaid over the classical music, overlaid over the rock music, and you see it's just their ritual why they're chasing the storm. They love to have fun, they're excited about it, they have a respect for these storms, but they just enjoy what they do. And it's a great scene, and like how I said, the side characters make the most of what they get. I love the dialogue in this films. How many times do I have to tell you not to fold the maps? Well, I didn't fold the maps. Oh yeah? Well, Kansas is ruined. There's a big creek right through Wichita. Fold the maps. In a few scenes later, the character Rabbit, he's the map guy, we see as he's helping them find the better roads to take to intercept the Twister. It's so frantic. He'll fold a map and put it on the dashboard and grab another one, so even though he's getting on the driver, he's the one folding the maps in the heat of the moment and doesn't realize it. It's just so many great little character things, and this movie has callbacks to other movies and TV shows. It's the Cone of Silence. That's no moon, it's a space station. Most people spend their time trying to get out of tense situations. Repo men spend their lives trying to get in tense situations. The special effects, for the most part, look good. Yeah, when the Twisters are up close, they don't look as good, but they still look good enough, and they look great from a distance by today's standards. Which, by the way, I'm reviewing Twister. Check out that sky. Anyway, there's another character, and again, great chemistry. It's always what it's supposed to be. Jonas Miller. He invented something similar to he stole their invention. And Bill Paxton's about to knock his head over, and they get into a fight, and he's kind of arrogant. Buckle up, the days of sniffing the dirt are over. And one of the Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt's team go, well, it's better than what you sniff. And it's, again, great witty dialogue. It's fun. The tornado chase scenes are exhilarating. I'm trying not to go too much into the plot for this one, because that's really the fault of my reviews. I get too in depth with the plot. Now, we all know because Hunt and Paxton are getting divorced, the movie's going to dance around it and they're going to get back together in the end. That's a foregone conclusion. We have, and it also goes through the different tornadoes, F1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After the second tornado, they all go to Helen Hunt's Aunt Meg's house to get food. She cooks them steak, which there's a joke. One of them asks, "Where'd you get all this beef?" And she goes, "Do you see my cows?" And, "Oh, you slaughter your own beef?" And it's another great side character that doesn't do much, but the actress makes the most of it. And there's a scene where Bill Paxton's fiance is talking to them, and they're telling her about the different stages of tornadoes on the Fujita scale. And it's very jovial and lighthearted, and she asks, "Is there an F5? What would that be like?" And their moods change. It gets dark and serious, and one of them just the thunder of God. And it just establishes that even these people who live for the thrill of the chase and seem fearless, even they fear the F5 tornado. And I like how this movie establishes that. So it did a good job for what it is. And another thing I would talk about, the cinematography in this film is gorgeous. Which, by the way, this was the second highest grossing film of 1996 after Independence Day. So, bravo. Great job. There is not a bad performance in this movie either. Now, once they go chase the third tornado, we see how obsessive Helen Hunt really is, and we kind of get hinted at what caused them to split up. And Bill Paxton's trying to talk her out of it, and he's like, "I'm sorry your dad died. That was a long time ago, but you have to look at what you got right in front of you. It's me." And then the next scene we get, they're at a movie theater, and his fiance heard this, and she does look upset. But the next scene, they're at a movie theater, drive-in, they're staying at a hotel, and an F4 hits. And we get a great scene with them in a garage, all practical effects except for the twister. We even see the twister suck up the movie screen at the drive-in. It's showing The Shining, and we get to see briefly the movie projected on the twister. And then when they all get in the garage, everything that's happening is practical. One of the characters, a hubcap grazes his head and cuts him open. It's a great, tense, scary sequence, and it's phenomenal. And it's followed up by, after it's over, we get a scene, and again, I love the maturity in this movie. They find out it's heading to the town where Helen Hunt's aunt lives, and Bill Paxton tells his fiancée to stay at the hotel, and she's like, "I won't be there in the morning." She can tell those two are meant to be together. They still care about each other. And she's like, "You know what the funny thing is? I'm not even upset." And first, Bill Paxton doesn't want it to happen, and then he's more understanding. Well, one of the hassles of recording outside, you never know what's going to be in the video. But once Bill Paxton hears that, you can tell he understands it and accepts it. They did love each other, but they weren't in love. They both knew somehow deep down inside that relationship would never work. Well, this is the end of part 1. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2 of Twister, my review of Twister.